In the heart of the 18th century, a strange whisper traveled across the Balkans. A ghost had returned, not to haunt, but to rule. This is the incredible true story of Stjepan Mali, the man who convinced an entire nation he was the resurrected Russian Tsar, Peter III. It all began in 1766, in a small village in Montenegro. A mysterious stranger appeared. He was a humble herbalist, wise and charismatic, but he carried a secret. Rumors started to fly. People said he looked remarkably like the late Tsar Peter III of Russia, who had been assassinated just a few years earlier. The whispers grew louder, fueled by hope and a deep desire for a powerful leader. Soon, the stranger, now known as Stjepan Mali, or Stephen the Little, stepped into the light. He never explicitly confirmed he was the dead Tsar, but he never denied it either. His silence was powerful. The people of Montenegro, desperate for a strong ruler to unite their fractured clans and stand against the mighty Ottoman and Venetian empires, chose to believe. They saw in him a savior, a figure of prophecy. Overnight, this unknown man was declared the leader of Montenegro. Imagine the shock across Europe. A man with no past, no lineage, was now a ruler. The Venetian Republic was baffled. The Ottoman Empire was furious. And in Russia, Empress Catherine the Great, the very woman whose husband Stjepan was impersonating, was utterly enraged. She sent her best diplomats and spies to expose him as a fraud. But Stjepan was clever. When Russian envoys arrived to confront him, he played his part perfectly. He was respectful, but firm. He spoke with an authority that left even the seasoned diplomats questioning what they knew. He managed to convince them, and through them, the world, that he was indeed who everyone thought he was. His power grew. As ruler, Stjepan proved to be surprisingly effective. He was a reformer. He separated the church and state, established the first permanent court of justice with clan elders, and conducted a census. He was building a modern state from a collection of warring tribes. He stopped internal conflicts, enforced the law, and started building roads. For the first time, Montenegro felt a sense of unity and national identity. The people loved him. He wasn't just a symbol. He was a leader who brought peace and progress. Of course, his enemies didn't rest. The Ottomans, seeing a strength in Montenegro as a threat, launched a massive invasion. But Stjepan, with no military training, led his people. He organized the clans into a unified army. Against all odds, the Montenegrins, inspired by their supposedly royal leader, fought fiercely and repelled the Ottoman forces. It was a stunning victory that cemented Stjepan's legendary status. But danger was always close. One day, a random explosion from a landmine left him severely injured. He was blinded and had to be carried everywhere in a chair. He became a recluse, his public appearances ceasing. His mystique deepened, but his vulnerability grew. His end came not on the battlefield, but through betrayal. The Ottomans, unable to defeat him in open war, resorted to treachery. They bribed his personal barber, a Greek man who had gained his trust. One night, in 1773, while Stjepan slept, the barber entered his room and ended the life of the man who had ruled as a ghost. To this day, the true identity of Stjepan Mali remains one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. Was he a brilliant opportunist? A well-meaning imposter? Or was there something more to his story? We may never know who he really was, but his legacy as the Phantom Tsar who united a nation is unforgettable. He appeared from nowhere, changed the course of a country, and vanished, leaving only a legend behind. If you love stories that blur the line between fact and fiction, make sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the most fascinating mysteries of history. Thanks for watching.